this little film in this quiet town. At that time when we got done, we had said, okay, you know what, we've given it our best, we'll see. We didn't realize that we'll see meant like, you know, winning the Viewer's Choice Award in the Toronto Film Festival.
First runner-up is Pan Nalin's Angry Indian Goddesses.
You know, sometimes when you're somewhere and you just think, how did this happen? How am I here? Because obviously the most amazing thing and the feedback that we got, I don't think you can get better feedback than an audience members coming up to you and saying thank you.
I've just come out from seeing one of the most outstanding movies of this year.
No, you can see the dry tear on my cheek and a smile on my face.
I love it. So it's fucking amazing.
The finest film I've seen in years.
The best Indian movie I have ever seen in my life.
It's a very good film.
It's very important cinema.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I think it's maybe a must watch.
Very blown away by the performances of all these angry Indian goddesses.
ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि बहुत मेहनत करने के बाद यार, you know, we cracked it, man.
Now, are you an angry Indian goddess tonight or a happy one?
I'm the happy one.
How passionate we are about the film, I hope everybody generates that passion with us.
It was a happy-go movie, although with the end message.
Fantastic movie. I think it's probably the best movie I've seen this year. And
The movie was awesome and we really loved it.
Angry Indian Goddesses is really about celebration of friendship, and this is very important, especially in our country, because be it boys or girls, it's only in friendship we share much more, and everything we share in friendship is something which we don't share with our parents.
Sui mein dhaga. Sex. Sui mein dhaga hota hai ye. Really?
Nalin and Dilip spoke about angry Indian goddesses, and they wanted to make a film about women and where we put women in the forefront. I pushed and said that we should do this project because it's never ever done in Indian cinema before.
Okay, we'll sort this out. We'll get her a right lawyer.
Chutya lawyers ki to tumhe pata hai.
They told me we're going to make a scriptless film. And that got me even more excited, and I said, okay, but listen, let's talk about how are we going to do it, because how do we prepare for something like that and how do you finance it? So I said that I have few savings and I will put in that. We'll do it in low budget.
Mummy, Papa ne kaha shaadi kar lo.
And you of all people,
Yaar, us kabhi kabar na you just want to give in.
it is a female buddy film. It's about women, different kinds of women, not only the fact that they work in different professional fields, but they have very different emotional outbursts and reactions to different things.
दो लड़कियां एक दूसरे से प्यार करती हैं और एक दूसरे से शादी करना चाहती हैं. Can you imagine what they must have gone through?
The story is that Frida is getting married, but she hasn't told her friends. She's invited 7 women to Goa. And what ensues is a 7-day, 1-week-long bachelorette party, which becomes a journey for all these 7 women together.
The main thing that really sticks out and what I'm really proud of is it's about 7 women coming together and having each other's backs. I think it's important to empower each other as women.
Fun film. For most of it, you'll be cracking up because, you know, when these women just let their hair down and have a blast and, you know, it's a very, very easy vibe.
Who's getting married?
You are getting married? You're bloody good.
I'll be very honest with you, it's very hard to actually summarize what the film is about because there are so many things that go on in each one of these women's lives that sort of speak to everybody watching.
I'll tell you, जो दिल्ली वाला केस हुआ था, वो फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट थी यार. उसके बारे में बोला गया कि वो एक लड़के के साथ 8:30 बजे क्या कर. There is just so many layers to it. वो uncover होते you just lose yourself. That's what is AIG. You lose yourself in AIG. ये सब देख के मुझे लगा अपनी लाइफ याद आ रही है कि बाहर से जैसे दिख रही है वैसे अंदर से कितनी खोखली है.
It was an improvised class of not only writing, it was an improvised class on cinema. That aspect has changed my entire learning curve. It's just taken it to the other side of the spectrum. Now I know it's possible.
The
script that we had, the plot points that we had to be hidden from the main actors, because that was the process of, the way we shot this film, was that the actors would not know what they are shooting today, or what would happen to their characters tomorrow, or what would happen after 1 week or the end of the film. So it had to be kept completely top secret from all of them.
In the beginning, then we come to Lakshmi's character, Rajshri. She's in one of this street here, and she's just walking, tying up her sari, and we don't know what's going on, and there are kids playing cricket. She takes the cricket bat from the kid and say, "Hey,
We had to cast talent is equipped with such knowledge, experience, and talent to improvise. So when we started casting, we did not give them a scene to read and say, act out your character. What we told them that, okay, where do you come from? What do you like? Have you been observing women around you at work, at homes? And what do you notice? What's going on in the lives of women in India?
Tell us what rap is, Anushka.
Rap is just like, it stands for rhythm and poetry or prose? Poetry. And basically just, it's like speaking out instead of singing.
Rhythm and
it
prose.
Can be rhyming, it can be rhyming words, or it doesn't have to rhyme, but it's basically spoken.
The process of filming was, there was a lot of improvisation involved, a lot of, impromptu dialogues. So the cast had to be completely in sync with their characters when there was no written dialogue for them to respond in a way that would be fitting.
Entire industry in your stupid fucking film. Hired a bunch of bloody idiots. Your check.
Frida! So my character's name is Madhurita. She hates her name. She only wants to be called Mad. And she's a musician just like me.
Come to my rescue now.
पम्मी तो मतलब मुझे लगता है कि मैंने खुद ही उसको जन्म दिया है पम्मी को, मेरा ही बच्चा है पम्मी, क्योंकि वो साथ में बैठ के हमने कैरेक्टर बनाया था. एंड आई नो सो मेनी वुमेन अराउंड मी हु आर लाइक दिस, हु आर सुपर टैलेंटेड, who are so good at everything that they want to do more with their lives but can't. And sometimes even if they have the strength to change their life, they can't, क्योंकि as women आपके ऊपर इतनी ज़्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है कि आप प्रायोरिटाइज करने लगते हो, प्रायोरिटी में लिस्ट में आप सबसे पीछे आ जाते हो.
करते कैसे हो यार?
आजा कोने में मैं तेरे को बताती हूँ.
Frida is who I would be if I quit my job and moved to Goa. But other than that, I think that she is messy and she is not stressed out. She's generally quite like chilled out by default of living there, right? She is the entire opposite of me.
भाइयों बोल रही थी कि वो कल चर्च में नहीं आ पाएगी मिलने, तो आशीर्वाद देने आई है.
Nargis Nasreen, she's an activist and she really lives her life in the way that she believes, about things and issues. Like there are many people, she doesn't have double standards at all.
अच्छा तो जो poor नहीं है वहाँ नहीं होता.
It is a reason.
No, it's not the reason at all. This middle class, upper middle class में उतना ही होता है. In fact, वो ज़्यादा unreported जाती है क्योंकि family के अंदर होता है.
क्योंकि इज्जत की बात हो जाती है ना.
My character Joanna, she likes to appreciate the small things in life. So she'll take moments to smell the flowers, observe the flowers. Like she doesn't care if she's up on a mountain just by herself listening to music.
My character name is Lakshmi Gowde and वो domestic help है. She may look little quiet but she's full of life inside. She loves to dance, she loves to watch movies. She loves all the fun which is happening around her.
I fail you!
So finally when we had this amazing 7 talent and it was very organic and natural wild bunch of girls which is what we were after. So for us, our half the film was made there and then. This is so expressive, it's really wonderful. I think it's the best way to express, without making dialogues and statements and political essays.
When I get mad, you're my sugar boy, I'm watching you. I got my eye on you. Don't let me catch you being bad. You don't wanna know what happens when I get mad.
Okay, so
so. That's good.
That's pretty tough.
Funny part is, in spite of being an actor for so many years, I've never done a workshop in my life. So I was most excited. And I realized that these workshops was exactly the opposite. They were about how not to act. They were about forgetting whatever you had learned.
All they were asked to focus was on to make bring their character to life.
See, unless it's something
specific
that
day
you
do.
Yeah, unless she needs to do a whole rock. But that also, I think, the rock star.
We were talking about this like.
Hey, rock star na hai.
वर्कशॉप्स तो बाप रे, जैसे ही हम लोग पहुंचे थे उसी दिन से वर्कशॉप शुरू हो गया था।
जितनी जोर से लगी थी इतनी जोर, और मैं डांस कर रही हूँ,
Switch.
अब डांसिंग
We were workshopped to death and back, and those workshops have actually are the basis of this film. Doing yoga, meditation, trust exercises. We were made to do really interesting things like act out scenes from our past which were not being shot for camera. This was just for us to have that experience as our character.
Let's just start that again. The breath of wonder. Just simply breathing in and out.
Workshops were basically for us to fight with our own demons inside. As Pavleen, I should fight with my own demons first. Let go of all of them. Just become clean and then take on the character's demons.
Nalin has a very interesting way of working where he gave guidelines, he gave a loose format, and he let us bring a lot to it. All he said to us was, these are your own characters now, and from now on I request you, whether you're eating lunch, breakfast, sleeping, waking up, just stay in your characters, and whatever you say it in your characters. And from there on, a lot of stuff came from us.
Half of the times we never even knew where the camera was. We didn't have like markers or points. You have to look here at this point, look there at this point. Half the time though we never even knew where is Pan.
Somewhere here, okay, Frida coming, and probably first thing she was screaming, so you're almost looking at the face before realization. And I think here, from here, you do not move.
इसको किचन में मिली है, loaded. तुम घर में गन कैसे रख सकती हो यार? चलो देखो किधर।
It was not shot like in conventional film. No, we couldn't have done this that way because then it would not be a authentic, real, organic portrayal of the characters we were after. It allowed actors to improvise.
Yo, word to the wise, this is something I was told. Always walk the brave path, never fear no soul. Never let a man take my shine. Stay number one and stay fierce. I see too much hunger, too much thirst, and yeah, cause I'm certified fresh.
The way everyone came together, the cast, the crew, we realized that if we would not enjoy the process of making this film, then audience will never enjoy, But we really were constantly feeling that we are creating something unique.
पल में समझती है, पल में बदलती है तू जिंदगी.
I still cringe in terms of, अरे यार, थोड़ा सा और steady रहता तो बराबर था, why the fuck are you walking, dude? Like, just stay, the film doesn't need to. But, the way we made this film was so, it wasn't, this is what we're gonna shoot, and this is where she's gonna walk, and that is what's gonna happen, or this is how it's gonna cut. And that was a challenge, I think, for not only for me, but for Shreyas to put it together.
People said, this is a great web series, what are you gonna cut from it? So those choices were really difficult for us in the edit room. Ultimately, I think it came down to balancing all the 7 plot lines and just giving the story the thrust of plot, because there was so much fun and games and texture that you feel like you can watch it for another couple of hours, but ultimately you need to drive the plot ahead. So that sort of arriving at that pace was really difficult, and we were hoping that it looks effortless.
प्यार करना तू सिखाए जिंदगी.
The production of the film was money taken from friends, family, from everybody, from 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs to 1 lakh, and whatever I was earning, and whatever, you know, I asked my parents for some help. I mortgaged my house at that time, the office where we are sitting. Then took a loan from the bank, and you know, that's how the post was financed. So it's quite a life-altering experience, I would say.
समझती है पल में बदलती है तो जिंदगी.
This movie, I think that we're expressing ourselves. We've been given the freedom to just be.
This whole thing for me has just been the most beautiful experience, and I feel extremely lucky to be a part of it.
It's like you saying, यार मैंने कुछ तो किया है. I've done something, right? And I've done something right and honest, and people get it.
It's a happy thing, right?
क्या हुआ फ्रीडा?
Dada's not coming.
What? This film has really taught me to understand women better than I've ever understood them. If you hear them out, you've won them. And he won us.
कजरा मोहब्बत वाला अखियों में ऐसा डाला कजरे ने ले ली मेरी जान. हाय रे मैं तेरे कुर्बान. दुनिया है मेरे पीछे लेकिन मैं तेरे पीछे अपना बना ले मेरी जान. हाय रे मैं तेरे कुर्बान.
जाने दे मुझको. बेसब्री है तेरी कमी है. आओगे